you wanted me to do like some product testing or reviews or whatever and showing you how they work. So I'm going to start today with using the Ulta Matte Prime. I'm going to put it on half of my face and leave the other half without it and do everything the same so that we can come back and look at the end of the day and see what it looks like. We'll see what it looks like instantly as soon as I get my whole face done, and then we'll see what it looks like at the end of the day. Now, if you're unfamiliar with primers, I have a hard time with primers because, like, this one I really like. This was the first one that made me believe that primers can be legit, because I feel like I tried some in the beginning and I just didn't understand what they were doing besides wasting my money. So anyway, primers pretty much, they're a base, they're priming your face for foundation. So they normally make them go on, they're supposed to make them go on smoother, make your foundation last longer, and it's just prepping your face for the stuff you're gonna do to it. And each primer will say, the dogs are making noise. Each primer will say what it does, because some are more moisturizing, some are more mattifying, some are color correcting. So, but the major reason or purpose for pretty much all primers is they're supposed to make your makeup last longer and go on better. So this is a silicone based primer, and I'm going to, I haven't tried a silicone based primer and a water-based foundation. From what I understand, you're not supposed to mix those because they don't mesh well together. So you want to use a silicone-based primer with a silicone-based foundation, or you want to use water with a water, or you want to use an oil with an oil, but I don't think there are very many oil primers out there yet on the market. Could be wrong. I've been wrong before. So anyway, I already really like this primer because I do notice, like, I've worn this just without any makeup at all because it just mattifies my pores without it. So what it says on the back that this is supposed to do is it creates a smoother, clear-looking perfection. It refines the pores for a more even application, like we said, and it contains special mattifying powders to reduce shine and prolong foundation wear. I do find with this that what it says it does, it does. So I really don't know if I think it makes my foundation last longer, so I'm excited to kind of find that out. But it does also, like, once you blend it in, it feels very powdery and smooth, and I like it. And sorry, there are dogs, like, walking around places. And if you hear a little bit of noise, I'm sorry. The bowl game is on. Go Herd. I'm a Marshall Thundering Herd alumni, and it was the best choice I made. I think their ad even stole my best decision ever remark. But anyway, I have to keep it on a little bit because I need to, like, look when, win. And we're winning right now. So I hope I didn't jinx it. All right. So this is not going to be a makeup tutorial. I'm just going to put it on. You'll see a little bit of what I'm doing, and then I'll show you the finished product. Let me know if you like these videos, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, please, and give me other ideas of what you'd like to see. So I just take a little bit, and I really only put it on, and I gotta remember just to put it on one side. I only put it on mostly in my T-zone, and then I expand it out because that's where my pores are the largest, and I'll do it up close and you can see. As you see, I only put it on half my face. What I like to do is sometimes I do just put this on with my hands, but I really like to look in the mirror. Now, I really like to smooth it out with my hands because sometimes I find that this dries pretty quickly, and I also don't. I'm going to put just a little bit more on. Sometimes I find that this dries pretty quickly, and sometimes I find that it takes a while, and I think right now it's drying a little bit extra quickly because I haven't been using a lot of the moisturizer, so my skin's like, alright, so I normally don't take this long to put it on because then I don't pay as much attention, but I'm on camera, so my nose may be hard to tell. Alright, so let's go ahead and look right here. You'll see a little bit on this side, that this side is just a little bit more matte, and then my pores are filled in more than the other side. So here's the side that has not been primed or prepped. I'm going to zoom in. So here is my face. You can see my pores a little bit more over here and a little bit less over here. They're still very much there, of course. I'm going to put the makeup on and do my makeup as normal. I'm going to use the same amount of this face makeup as I would normally use, but I'm going to try to use less concealer and stuff, and I'm just going to use blush and contour lightly so that you guys can see. I'm not going to put setting spray and stuff on so that we can really get the effect that it would be, because not everybody wants to use setting spray or powder. I need to get a new concealer because I love that concealer for the under eye because it's so brightening. This was the NYX concealer, but like, I don't want to brighten my zits. So I need to find another concealer. I was nervous that this would be too dark because I really don't wear face makeup very often. And if I do, I've been using that IT Cosmetics powder. It's very hard. I'm very far away from my mirror, and then I have this little one right here. I am going to have to put some kind of contour on because I don't want to look dead. And I'm just going to add a little bit more of this. I used to put on way too much, so I always start with a little, and then I go and add more if I need to. My skin is so dry. I need to go to an anesthetist. I need to go to an anesthetist. Did I say that right? But I'm just not very big on skincare, and I need to like start caring a little bit more because my skin does drive me nuts. But I also like, I get nervous because I see these other YouTubers that like, they do like 12 steps a night, and I'm like, no. Because when I'm ready for bed, I'm ready for bed. So, like, I would probably commit to 2 steps, maybe 3. But I know that if it's 4 steps or more, that I'm just gonna waste my money and buy it and use it for 3 days and then give up. So this is with just that Jouer foundation on, and there isn't a huge difference right now. You can still see that this side is a little bit more matte and smooth, I think. Hopefully you guys can see that. But I mean, there's not a huge difference right now after I put this on. This is also a matte moisture tint, but I still think there is a noticeable difference, especially if you are close up. So if you're taking like selfies, then this might be good for you. Alright, I'm going to do the rest of my makeup, and I'll show you little bits and clips of that, but this isn't a tutorial, so I'm not going to like list everything that I'm using in there, and then I will be back. I use a Studio Makeup brand soft blush in Wildflower that I got in my BoxyCharm, I believe, because it is a very natural color and it doesn't have any shimmer in it, so that we can really look back later and see if like I'm really oily on one side or the other, and you know, the difference. I don't want to put too flashy of blush to distract from what I've done. And I'm not going to put too much on. Marshall's lining up for a field goal. I'm really not like that into football, but I do like to support my team, so that school changed my life. Okay, that's it for my face makeup pretty much, so I'm going to do the rest of my makeup and I'll be back. It's been about 45 minutes since I put my makeup on, and I just want to give an update before I leave so you can see what it looks like when everything is finished. So I looked in the mirror right before this, and let's just zoom in, that makes it easier. And I feel like there's definitely like pretty much no difference looking at this from far away. I feel like the only notice that you might see right now is this side of my face is a little bit smoother, especially where it was dry. Like this, you can still see like the dryness more so. And again, remember I put it more on the inside of my face and then smoothed it out, so tapered it. So I do feel like over here you can see my pores, and over here you can't see them as much. I don't feel like the difference is as much as it was when I just put it on by itself, so I don't know what that means, but you can definitely see my pores over here and over here, but I feel like in this area of the face it is still doing well, and it did make my makeup, I feel like, go on a little bit smoother. I'll talk to you later this evening and check back in so that you guys can see what happened over the course of the day with it and if it's worth your money. Remember, this is supposed to minimize pores, it's supposed to be mattifying to reduce shine, and it's supposed to help complexion be more even, and it's supposed to prolong the wear of foundation. So we'll see how it works. Bye! Okay, it has been 12 hours and it has been a crazy day. What it's like outside here is it was in the 60s, like low 60s. And normally in Ohio it's like I think 30s in December, but low 60s, raining, and so I was inside and outside all day. My hair got wet, my face got a little bit, my face didn't get too wet, but definitely, you know, the moisture was in the air. So I just wanted to explain what all was going on, the elements, and then also I had the heat blasting because when it wasn't raining I still like to get fresh air, and especially when my dogs are in the car I open the windows and just blast the heat so that they can still stick their noses out the windows. They have they have seat belts so that they can't like jump out or fall out, because I don't want them to get hurt. But anyway, so that's what's going on. And normally when I use the heater in my car, I do notice that my face will get a little bit more shiny than usual. So I don't know. So if you look at my face right here, I think from far away it looks pretty much the same. There might be a little bit of more contrast over here where I put, the dog decided it's playtime, I guess, where I put bronzer and stuff on, and maybe even like my eyeshadow a little bit, because I did put the primer all the way around here. So I don't know. I'm kind of glad I did this because I don't see a major difference. I'll zoom in a second. I feel like this is a really good and really high-end foundation, or I think it's more of a moisture, it's a moisture tint, so I don't know if you exactly want to call it foundation, but anyway, this is very high-end, so it may just do a great job on its own, I don't know. However, I don't feel like my pores are much more mattified or filled in on this side than they are on this side. I do feel like right here, like this part of my nose and right here, the pores are less visible than over here, but over here and stuff, I feel like it's all the same. The only thing, like if I have to really, really look and say that there's a difference, is I feel like the product over on this side that I have applied has faded some. It has lost, you know, is gone. So there's still definitely product there, but I don't think it's very visible and long lasting. Now over here, and you look at my contour lines and stuff, you can kind of see a little bit more that this stuff is darker. I feel like over here, the product is still there, but it has surfaced a little bit more, so it is not as blended. You can see that I'm a little patchy. I don't know if you can see that I'm a little bit patchy. So I feel like I'm as shiny on both sides. I do feel like maybe product lasts a little bit longer over here, but it's still definitely not as nice, but it's been 12 hours. I did notice I checked in with myself at about 8 hours, so about 4 hours ago, and everything looked about the same, and it was that same little spot right here that seems to be looking better than the other side. Everything looks still pretty good. It has been a long day, and I'm a little tired, so my skin could be playing a little bit different tricks on me, but if you just look, and I'll zoom in, and I'll let you go through my whole face. This is disturbing. Like, I think I have good skin until I look up close to it. So anyway, you can see that it kind of looks the same. This side, again, earlier was a little bit more dry. They're both the same amount of dry, but when I put the primer on, this one looked a little bit more even and smooth, and this one looked more patchy, skin flakies. So anyway, you can see right here, I feel, and maybe you might not really see, that I've blown my nose twice, so, that the pores aren't as significant there. Here, there's a little bit of a difference, but I feel like everything else, and I'll show you my forehead, because I really am a little bit bummed about that, because, like, the pores are the same. So I'm really glad that I did this, because I don't feel like it's that necessary, and everybody thinks that this is a great primer. And I still will probably use this. I do feel like it creates a smoother surface. I definitely feel like that. And I like using this by itself, because I do feel like, at least for a couple hours, I haven't checked in on myself, maybe I should try that this does blur my pores when I first put it on. So would I recommend this? I guess not, unless you're gonna put it on without putting any makeup on, because I do notice that, but I'll have to see if, like, how long that lasts too. But once I put this makeup on, it didn't seem to really make that much of a difference, I don't think. And I got this on sale for $5, but normally it's like $18 or something like that. So for $5, yeah, maybe you just go ahead and use it if you have an extra, like, 1 minute to put in your routine. So anyway, tell me what you think, and if you kind of have the same result if you've ever tried it. I think maybe this primer isn't the best, and maybe we should go ahead and review Jouer while we're at it. It's been 12 hours with this. This is without primer. And you can still see that some of the product is definitely gone, but it is held up beautifully. I'm still, I still have a good amount of makeup on. This is, I would say medium coverage. It's definitely not full, and I don't like full. So, but you still can't see like every little line and blemish and everything on my face. So I think maybe we could do 2 reviews in one, since this is it. It's beautiful. It covers my skin beautifully. It matches me beautifully, which I was a little bit worried about. And it feels so good, and it has moisture in it, so it was helpful for the dry patches. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you like these type of videos. These are my first videos of this type, so probably we'll have to work out some kinks and figure out exactly what I want to evaluate and stuff. So hopefully in a couple more videos I'll get a routine down. But let me know what you like, if there is some stuff that you would like me to try out, and I will talk to you later. If you are thinking about getting a pet, please check your local animal shelters and rescues and save a life. Bye!